in the city, still so far from home. I've searched for you all my life, cast out like a shadow.
I also want to thank BU Store for the t-shirts we've been wearing here in the show, in the videos. And if you want to get one of them, just access the Instagram account, which is right here. You're not going to regret it. Guys, think about a famous snack in Brazil. What is that? If you said pastel, you're right. Pastel is the choice of 9 out of 10 people who visit Brazil, and it's also very popular among Brazilians. But what is pastel exactly? Pastel is pastry filled with ground beef, shredded chicken. Sometimes we have pizza pastel, we have bauru, which has ham and cheese and tomatoes and a lot of things. And we also have shrimp pastel. But how was this originated? When doing the research to bring this video to you, I came across a lot of stories about how pastel might have been created in Brazil. The most accepted story is that pastel was originated from Xunjuan and was brought by the Chinese to Brazil. There are reports that say that the first pastel was already sold in Brazil around 1890 by the Chinese. But there is a detail. It just became popular in the country during World War II. And why is that? Well, as everybody knows, the Japanese population in the country is massive, especially in São Paulo. For those who don't know, the large Japanese community in Brazil is located in São Paulo. So around 1940, 1943, the community of Japanese was very big. And we were also receiving more and more Japanese people running away from the horrors of war. So what happened? They were scared of the war. They were afraid of suffering prejudice once they were in Brazil. Because guys, remember, Japan was an ally to Nazi Germany. So they didn't want to suffer any prejudice, especially because Brazil was fighting the war by the side of United States, England, France, the Allies. So what did the Japanese community do? They kind of disguised themselves among the Chinese, taking advantage of the ignorance of the Brazilians towards the Chinese and the Japanese differences. As the Brazilians had no idea who was Chinese, who was Japanese, they always said they were Chinese. And they took control of this Chinese specialty, the pastel, and started selling pastel. What is the most common place for you to acquire a pastel? Well, go to a street market, just like the one you guys have seen on the scenes. Why a street market, and why most stalls are from the Japanese? Well, as I said, they took over. They took control of this specialty, pretending to be Chinese. And why the street markets? Because in the past, the Japanese were responsible for cultivating vegetables, and they sold those vegetables here in São Paulo in the street market. So it was pretty easy to extend, to branch out to selling pastéis, right? So yes, guys, pastel was originated in China, okay? The variation you eat today, the pastel you eat today, is a variation of Xunjuan. It's important to say that pastel received an adaptation to please the Brazilians. In the past, it was pork and vegetables, but as Brazilians don't like it very much, ground beef was used instead. And from São Paulo, this specialty was spread out to Rio de Janeiro, to Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais, and all the other states in Brazil. Let me tell you, I'm not wearing a mask because we are in a beautiful location here, away from everybody, so we are keeping our distance, okay? Look at that, as I said, pastry, okay? And inside, you've got the famous ground beef. Really good. Manuela Pires is here eating. Guys, take a look.
I've always loved you more than you know, Father. Don't you let me go. City nights and satellites.
According to reports, the first Chunjuan was baked in an oven. A pastel is fried, as you can see on the images. That's a big difference as well. What is typically drunk when you are having a pastel? Another Brazilian wonder. This is caldo de cana. Caldo de cana in English is sugarcane juice. So they prepare the sugarcane juice and you add the flavor. It could be lemon, what else? Other than lemon, Tali? Ginger, pineapple. So you have the passion fruit, you have the sugarcane, and you add a flavor. Another possibility would be coconut water, and they are all delicious. Don't want any more? You have eaten everything, look at that. Guys, have you ever eaten this? Did you eat this when you came to Brazil? Leave your comments down below for us to know. What is your opinion about the Brazilian pastel? And also, are you a subscriber? Is this the first time we are seeing each other? If it is, consider subscribing to the channel to help us grow and bring you more and more content about Brazil. We are now making videos every Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Brasilia time. We always have a podcast on Fridays at 7 p.m. So tomorrow we will see each other again, or at least you will listen to my beautiful voice. Guys, I'm going to stay here if you don't mind. Thank you very much for watching one more video. Don't forget to leave your thumbs up for us, to comment and to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
Racing towards the light, I pray to see